A working class hero is something to be.
Okay, so
That's why we're here.
we have a successful movie coming. Okay, so the whole part of this whole working class heroes that you're watching right now, and the reason why we wanted to give you a little insight on who we are, is because we want to make these videos. We always want to help people. Period. I want to bring everybody in. That's one of the reasons why we're doing Working Class Heroes, is to get everyone in. Get in on this energy. If you want to do something and you just want to talk to someone about it, or if you want to start a business and you don't know how, you don't know the proper steps, you didn't know about the .com or the name or the where do I start and who do I talk to, you can talk to us. You can ask us comments. That's what we're here for.
And people, if you ask a question, somebody in the comments watching might want to help you as well. There's over 800 people at this moment in the group, so there's a good chance someone's going to be able to help you out.
Absolutely, and we're all ears also. I do nothing but learn every single day from my employees, from the people around me, from other business owners, from sales associates, from employees, everything. And I want to learn new things, but I also want to share my knowledge on what I've learned. I want to share it with you guys so that you guys can actually, have something to use in the sales world or anything like that. And I want everyone to get in on it. I want everyone to get in on the comments and step out of the box. Because would you agree that one of the biggest problems right now is that people don't ask? They just don't ask.
Yeah, I find myself being guilty of that at times, and it's something that I am aware of now, and I try to be better about. And I think that everyone should push the boundaries of being uncomfortable. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to admit that you don't know something. Someone's going to help you, and you'll be better off for it.
Absolutely. And, I think that's the main reason for this. Because we don't make any money on these videos. I spend money so that we can be here as a resource. And, I would just love the conversation. I would just love the fact that people reach out and ask, because your questions might be questions that other people are too afraid to ask. So if you put your questions up and we have a conversation in comments, or if you send me a private message or anything like that, we can talk about it. We can discuss it. We can meet up for coffee.
Come on the show. Come literally come have a conversation about it with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Talk about your struggles. Talk about where you came from, because someone out there is looking into doing what you're doing, is looking into doing what I'm doing or what she's doing as a real estate agent. And it's nice to have people, and you can consider as friends or family that you can talk to and find answers from. And we're definitely going to get answers from you guys. I took a company from 2010 until 2018. I made it from nothing. It's not a franchise or nothing. I created it from nothing. And now we gross over $1 million a year. The last 4 years we've done over $1 million. I would consider that a successful company, especially for a local company here. We have an amazing foundation.
You have on average 20 employees on your payroll at a time. That's definitely a sign of success.
Yeah, super happy about that. I pay all the big bills, all the big boy bills.
Yes,
like
you
workers'
do. I
comp.
hear about them all the time.
But I try not to take my work home with me. When I started this business, my one goal was so that I could spend more time with family. And I hated the fact that business owners used to say, and they still do, the only way to make it is to go from 6 in the morning till 12 at night. That's it. Work all day, every minute, every second. But you don't have to do that. You have to find a good medium, because you have to have time with your family. You have to have time to go to the park and go to the movies and then go to dinner and breakfast and have fun and date
But
days.
wouldn't you say in the beginning it is grind?
Yeah.
Definitely to get the start going.
Yeah, you have to grind.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sitting here right now because I didn't put in some real blood, sweat, and tears.
In your words, did he balance it pretty well? Did he bring his work home with him a lot, and that kind of got in the way?
Let me gloss up. I would say that Jacob is a person that carries stress to a degree. I think that the beauty of relationships is that there is hopefully balance between two personalities. And you are type A, and that's great. You're motivated and you're high energy, but at times it can be a little overwhelming if it's stressful or something like that. And I think that that's where I tend to come in and try to help counter and balance you out as much as I can.
I think that's what makes me a good business owner on paper. I'll let everyone else that works with me tell me how good of a business owner I am, but on paper, you know, I pay my bills right when I get them. I'm that focused on that.
Very type
I put
A.
all my everything in right when I get it. So it's I want to make sure that when I leave work,
The ducks are in a row.
I'm leaving as much stress as I can behind, so that when I get home, I don't unleash it out on you. So, you know, it comes with the territory.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, have I always been type A?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you were high strung when we met. I remember wondering if you were going to be like that all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I was. We live below our means, and I think that's because of the way we've been brought up. Kind of told you a little bit about that already, but we live below our means. When we bought our house.
Why is that now? Because you used to keep up with the Joneses.
Right.
So when did that change?
But that I do think that was more him. I have always been the kind of person that spending money makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, now spending money makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, you know, when you go through a dark time because of money-related items, and you realize that you have to be humble, but until a life lesson happens to you that puts you in a dark enough place, that's how you become humble. Mm-hmm. You get cancer, you come close to death, you're on death's bed, and then come out of it, trust me, you're going to be humble.
Hopefully.
Because you're going to start appreciating things a whole lot more, and that's what happened to us.
Yeah.
We had nothing, we lost everything, we started from nothing again, and because of that, it humbled us to the point where it doesn't matter. I don't even care what other people have at all. I only care that we do our thing, and when we retire, we're going to have what we want. And that's all that matters. And the people around us, because we're good people, because we don't cheat anybody and we do what we say we're going to do, mm-hmm. we have people like that around us. And everyone in that circle helps everyone to succeed. And it's a great thing right now.
Yeah.
I think it's super positive.
Yeah.
We've just been killing it lately.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like the energy is contagious almost. It's like palpable at this point.
You know, we didn't go into the last how many years you were a stay-at-home mom?
Basically 8 to 9.
So 8 to 9 years you were a stay-at-home mom. So I just wanted, I pushed her into this a little bit because I wanted her to actually get out of the house. Now that our daughter's 11, she's really mature. She takes care of herself a lot. I wanted Michelle to be able to get out and experience everything that she said that I wanted. And I wanted you to...
Yeah, it's growth.
Get out of the house
it really
a little
is
bit
growth
and,
as a person, and all of that made me uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable every day in what I do, but I've actually learned to kind of embrace that uncomfortable feeling and know that that feeling is just me having personal growth, and it's going to be a journey, but I'm in it to win it. So
super proud of where we are, and I think we're doing absolutely great. There's a lot of great people around us that help us.
For sure.
That are support, and that's so important to have people around you. Can I talk about that for a second?
Oh, yes. No, I was hoping you were going to elaborate on that.
You know, a lot of people say that you need to surround yourself with good people, and from where we came from, you have to understand that we had a lot of friends that we thought were friends, and we had a lot of family that we thought was family, and the journey to success sometimes weeds people out for you. Everybody. I mean, it'll destroy. It'll almost create a sense of mistrust in people, but you have to just accept that those who aren't good for you and are intimidated by your success won't want to be around you probably. And the ones that talk shit about you behind your back, you don't want them around you
Exactly.
anyway. You know, we started noticing that some people were telling us, you know, negative stuff about their friends, and then we started thinking, why, if they're doing that with their friends, then obviously
What
they're
do
doing
they
that
say
about
about
us.
you?
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's a matter of, and I think that's why we work so good as a couple right now, and we always have, is because one of us is always there to have the other one's back. You know, when you need to make tough decisions, like not spending time with your friends anymore that are dragging you down. You know, so it's really hard as you succeed to keep friends, and some of them will stay because they're your real friends or they're your childhood friends and they want you to succeed. But trust me when I say that most people don't want you to succeed. That's the way it feels anyway.
Yeah, I think a huge part of your success is not only your attitude and that you carry your attitude and it's contagious, but your attitude has attracted certain individuals, and those individuals working with you, you have a great team behind you, and your success is definitely in part because of the people behind you that
Absolutely.
we don't see.
But would those people have stayed if I wasn't a good person? They wouldn't.
Yeah.
If I was an asshole boss, would you stay?
Hell no.
So that's what I'm saying. I have people that work for me that are intelligent guys. They can leave here. They can do anything they want. And the great thing about this is that's how I know that we run a good company. That's how I know that I keep good people around me, is because these same people that can leave, that can go do whatever they want, they stay because they go, you know what? They start getting as much heart in it as I do, and they start seeing the future like I do, and they start going, man, I could be off here. Am I
Yeah,
off
you're
here?
100%.
Okay.
I would not work here if it wasn't for your attitude.
And
Yeah, straight up.
and that goes with you have to be a good person to attract good people, to have a good team of good people, and you have to be a good person.
Yeah,
And that's
all
what it comes down to.
relationships are give and take.
Absolutely. What are our struggles right now?
I think that for you, you always have a sense of anxiety thinking about the future.
Always.
Always.
Oh my God,
And
I'm terrible at that.
that's difficult for me at times because I don't know how to help him calm down and just accept that we don't know what the future has. You know, we just have to really believe in what we're doing today and not try to think too much outside of what's happening right now.
I think it's about losing it. I don't want to lose anything. I don't want to lose
It's great.
what I
It's
worked
great
so
to
hard
have goals. It's great to
have.
have goals, but when you start really sweating stuff that hasn't happened,
Yeah.
it's not doing anybody any good.
I do that all the time, and you shouldn't worry about the future because there's nothing you can do about it. Except for what you know, stay focused and hopefully it all turns out, honestly. But life is life, and it's going to go ups and downs, and either you're going to accept that fact and go out there and make it happen, or you're not, I guess.
Yeah.
Struggle for me is I always worry about this business. It always does good. It always has its ups and downs, and everyone around me tells me that. But it doesn't stop me from worrying about the business. I worry about the business as much as I do my own family sometimes, because you know it runs everything, and I consider my employees like families. So when they struggle with money, if we're getting slow, it stresses me out. It wants me to get busy so that they can, you know, they don't have a problem feeding their family and everything else.
What about you, Michelle? Like, what are you facing any challenges with real estate right now?
Yeah, I mean, I have my fears every day that I have to conquer. I want to be successful in my career because he's so successful, but I can't compare and dwell too much on that. I've been doing much better about just working on doing what I need to do and trying not to give that too much attention because I really do want to be successful. So my time and my attitude and my thought has to be directed a certain way for that to happen.
So parenting styles.
Parenting styles.
I am in the household as the nurturer.
Yeah, this was excuse me. This was her when our daughter was younger, when my daughter used to get into trouble, you know, this was here. You stop that. But that's what that was. that's about as harsh and hardcore as she goes. I would say, and I'm a little bit more of I'm the barker.
Yes.
So I go from being super quiet. I'm that guy you see in memes, you know, where the mom's like, go to bed, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, and I'm like, rah, 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 rah. And then she brushes her teeth. And then I'm the bad guy.
Crying.
And then I'm the bad guy. That's hilarious. It's not that bad. You heard Mom brush your teeth now!
We have a long-standing joke in our family because Jacob, and really when we were first together, when he got mad, he literally would like grab the table like he was gonna flip it, and it became a joke that I would kind of incite him if he was getting angry, and I would be like, "You gonna flip a table on me?" And now Angelina does it.
Yeah.
To a successful relationship, you guys been married for 20 years. Like, what do you think is the best?
I think it's super important to be with someone who makes you laugh. I just did a post about that. I think that our sense of humor is very similar, and he knows this about me. If we have an argument, I do not like to stay in an argument status or like staticky very long at all. My natural reaction is to go and like try to like make him laugh because we're both really silly.
And I want to leave in an argument.
Yeah.
I want to leave the
He
argument.
shuts down.
I'll like try to leave the house, but I won't leave the house because I don't want to leave during an argument. So I just end up pacing around mad. Keys to a successful relationship?
It's really important to pick and choose your battles. At
Yeah.
some point, you have to really make a very conscious decision to not engage in everything.
Don't go to sleep angry.
Yeah, that's a big thing for us.
And don't sleep separately.
We've never done that.
Yeah, we've never ever in 20 years have I ever slept on the couch because we got into an argument.
Yeah.
We always sleep in the same bed. We made it a point when we got married. She was 18 and I was 19 when we got married, and we said right there in the courthouse, we're never going to sleep separately. Right? We're going to give each other personal freedom. So if she needs to go somewhere, she wants to go somewhere, she wants to hang out with friends, I'm not going to be that guy that goes, you can't go because, you know, whatever reason I'm jealous or something like that. It's always giving each other personal freedom, which is huge, by the way. Mm-hmm. You have to let each other do their own thing. And if you don't trust the person you're with, we've always trusted each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we trust each other to almost, some people might say too much because of everyone around us, but we're so solid, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It goes back to that know yourself thing.
Yeah.
You should be with somebody who you really feel like you know who they are, and you really know who you are, and don't look into things that you can't see. Like that's, you know.
So we somehow managed to deal with the change and move past it.
Adapt and evolve or die.
Adapt and evolve or die. Live for something or die for nothing. Do you have anything else to add? No?
I don't think so.
I love you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Do you want to promote yourself?
I didn't wear my name badge. She
That's
was
okay.
telling me that on
Promote
the truck
yourself
here.
anyway. Promote yourself anyway. Who do you work for?
I work for Century 21st Select,
Nice. What office?
the Citrus Heights office.
How long have you been a real estate agent?
Got licensed at the end of April 2017.
Awesome. How do you like it so far?
I haven't had a transaction yet, but I enjoy the process so far.
So did everyone hear that? She has not had a transaction yet. So if any of you are looking to buy, sell, or little little push towards her for real estate services,
Give me a call.
Phone number.
Contact us.
916-536-4235.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. You know, behind every man, there's a woman that supports him.
Just say behind every great man is an even better woman.
No.
Well,
Thou shalt not lie.